What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live stream. Happy Monday, people. Hope you are all safe and well at the beginning of this week. And it's a big week for more than one reason. Listen, expecting to hit 100k on the channel this week, which will be amazing. Shout out to the community. And also the start of the Premier League, Arsenal against Manchester United, which is a massive, massive way to start the new season. So yeah, that definitely will be a game to look forward to, man. I think definitely one that we'll all be tuned into and one that everybody will be expecting excitement. And I think there will be excitement. There always is, you know, and I think there'll be goals in that as well. But big up to everyone locked in today. Just wanted to say, and this was the reason I was a few minutes late, by the way, we have set up the fantasy football, and there it is, people. It is in the description. It's in the description. So, but I thought I'd throw it in the chat as well. Go in the description. There's all the details. That's the code at the end. Get involved. This season we'll do a prize for whoever wins the league. I don't know what we'll do, but we'll do something for whoever wins the league. And we will do a little giveaway for that. I don't know, a football shirt or a training kit, something. We'll do something for somebody who wins the league. I'm going for it this year, people. I can't lie. Last year, I was moving a bit mad, and I struggled in my own league, which was poor. Look at Lawrence, how shameless he is. He says, "You don't rate Gyökeres as much as me. He's the best." Why is it like I got a cut on my nose out of nowhere? You don't rate Gyökeres as much as me. He's the best. He was bigging up Sesko. You know what I'm saying? And then he's seen Gyökeres' goal all of a sudden. Yeah, he's the best striker, blah, blah, blah. I tell you what, by the way, prize the jersey that I tore. I've still got that, actually. I should do a giveaway for that, shouldn't I? It's a painful memory of tough times, you know? Tough times being an Arsenal fan. I can't lie, people. But, yeah, man, happy Monday. Big up Stevenage Gooner. Big up everyone in the chat. Get involved with the FPL. The link is in the description. I tell you what, the Premier League is going crazy. I've got a feeling this Premier League is going to be one of the most exciting in a long time. Just because of the way the clubs are moving, you know, you don't often see like 4 or 5 of the big clubs revamping their attack in the same summer, and it's just making it look mad like what's going on. Manchester City moving for Rodrigo, which is insane because we heard yesterday out of nowhere that Savio looks like he could be going to Tottenham, which has come out of nowhere. I thought he was highly rated at Manchester City, so I can't believe they're letting him go. And they're talking about 50 million euros for him, which is crazy. And then we're hearing Manchester City are going in for Rodrigo. Now, I'm sorry, people, and again, you know, I don't want to bring pessimism to the stream, but this is why you will not hear me hyping up Madueke and things like that. Because, listen, I'm in agreement. Madueke, the way he played the other day, it's better than what we're seeing from Martinelli. Cool, play him. Play him. But Arsenal have a very good way of, you want something, it disappears, they give you something far worse, and you end up being happy with it when you think back to what you originally wanted, you've been let down severely, you know, and that's what Arsenal do. We started this summer saying, I think we can get Isak. No, you can't get Isak. They're in the Champions League. They've won the cup. Isak's going to leave to Liverpool. I think we all know that's going to happen. But I'm happy with Gyökeres, so I don't have a real problem with that. But we all knew we needed the left winger. And everything was Arteta loves Rodrigo, blah, blah, blah. We think we can get him. And then we end up signing Madueke. Madueke's playing on the left. Now, listen, hopefully we go and buy somebody. I've said all summer, buy Leao. By Leao. A lot of people have, Leao, you know, he's not all that end product. I say he's better than anything we've got. And on that left wing market right now, there is not a lot there. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. There is not a lot there on that left hand side. Maybe you could get Lookman, but I think I don't think clubs are desperate to sign Lookman in the Premier League. I don't know why. So, Rodrigo. Manchester City are now considering a move for Rodrigo after imminent exits. Jack Grealish is signed for Everton on loan. That's a great move for them, by the way. McAtee is going to Forest for 20 million. Savinho's in talks to go to Tottenham. 50 million euros, the opening offer. I actually think Savinho's a good player. I'm really surprised that Man City are willing to let him go. You know, I think Doku and these guys have looked worse. I think Savinho's got a lot of talent, technically very good, can play right and left. I'm shocked that they're selling him on 50 million, the same price as Madueke and these guys. I'm really surprised. Real Madrid will let the player leave if he wants. Their asking price is 100 million euros, which is around 86 million pounds for Rodrigo. I mean, can you imagine Rodrigo? I don't even know who City would play on the right. Would they play Foden? Would they? I don't know how they're going to set up. But yeah, I think again, if I'll be disappointed if this deal happens, because why were we not in that situation to go for him? Why have we put ourselves in a situation where we look like financially we've got to sell people? Oscar Bob, yeah, he's back as well. Maybe Cherky, maybe Mamouche. I don't know. Savinho is too lightweight and effective. First year in the league, though, you know, I think you've got to give him a bit of a chance. But listen, it'll be interesting. I've always said with Rodrigo, by the way, I think people have to understand he's been playing right wing for years. He's a left winger. So he's had to try and adapt. Naturally, you're not going to score as many goals as a right footer playing on the right. I think Rodrigo's game goes up a level if he's on that left-hand side. But yeah, very interesting. Lots of moves. Manchester City apparently trying to hijack the Xavi Simons to Chelsea move, although they're now saying the Xavi Simons move is quite advanced with Chelsea, and maybe City won't be able to get that deal to go in their favour, because I think now they're saying that Nkunku could go back to Leipzig as part of the Xavi Simons deal. So listen, Savio, I think, is a good player. Personally, I'm surprised City letting him go. But we'll see. I think the Prem's going to be so exciting this season. Honestly, I'm excited for the Prem. I just need a bit more from Arsenal. You look at United, they've revamped Sesko, Cunha and Bremo. Chelsea have brought in Esteval and Delap and Pedro. Tottenham have signed Kudus, might get Savinho. Arsenal have got Gyökeres, might get Eze, Madueke's coming. You look at City with Cherky and might get Rodrigo. Liverpool have bought Ekatike. Vert's probably going to get Isak. It's crazy. The attacks have been so revamped. It's. I think we're going to see a lot of excitement in the Prem. Whether that means trophies for Arsenal, that's a whole other conversation and a different question. Listen, before we get into today's show, big up to everyone for the support over the weekend. The channel, the numbers have flown up. I can say now that we are only 118 subscribers away from 100,000. 118 people. 118. Didn't that used to be like an advert with them brothers? 118. Ring 118. Something like that. You remember that back in the day? We are 118 away from 100k. So if you're chilling in the chat right now and you haven't subscribed, do me a solid, hit that subscribe button. We need to be at 100k, I reckon today or tomorrow. By the way, those of you asking about the Fantasy League, the link is in the description, the code and everything there. I'll put it in the chat one more time for those of you who don't want to search through the description. There it is. There's the link. The code's at the end. Get involved. We'll do a prize for the winner at the end of the season. We will do a giveaway when we get to 100k, by the way. We'll give something back to the community as well. So look out for that. 118 criminals. Let's go subscribe. I'm tired for Curtis not being at 100k. We should be there. We should be there. We'll get there. 115, more famous Man City. Yeah, they're going to do 200 million again, aren't they? Right, let's talk about Eze. As I said yesterday, the source isn't great, so go easy on me. But a few other journalists have picked this up, and also the sort of extension of the story is this. We've got two other angles that may be more definitive than the actual source of where this original story comes from. So, this Sebastian Vidal yesterday came out and said Arsenal have agreed a pay structure for the deal of Eze. 30 million up front, 55 million overall. But nobody else really ran with it. A few people have gone with it today, but they're more just copying it rather than confirming it. So again, I'm just reporting the news. I'm not saying this is true. I'm not saying go and print Eze number 10 on the back of your shirt. I'm just saying this is the original piece where the information came from. You've probably got better source in your... Well, is it in your cupboard or your fridge? Where do you keep your sauce, cupboard or fridge? I put it in the fridge. Some people put it in the cupboard. That's a whole other discussion and another stream for another day. But anyway, this original source isn't very good. The angle where we're looking at, where I think the Eze deal does come into fruition a little bit more. Three things have happened since yesterday. Number one, I don't know if you saw the video after he collected his medal. Some guy said to him, "Are you going to sign for Arsenal?" He started laughing. That's only a little one. That's nothing to really talk about. Second of all, Steve Parish was asked after the game about Eze and Mark Gahey, and he said, "Look, players come and go. We've lost top players before and we'll lose top players in the future." He was then saying about Gahey that they can't allow a top player to go into the final year of his contract. I think it's almost certain Gahey will end up at Liverpool, even though Chelsea are being linked with him now that Levi Colwill has done his ACL. He'll be out for the season. On top of that, Parish was talking about Elise. He said sometimes top players have to be able to go to the top level and they're not going to stand in their way if it works for everybody. Again, very open comments, and I'm starting to think now that Palace are actually going to lose Gahey and Eze. They've only bought one player for 2 million, and they've obviously been waiting to see what happens with their European situation. Now, this morning, the news came out, Crystal Palace are going to be demoted from the Europa League to the Conference League. This multi-club ownership, same guy that owns part of Palace, owns part of Lyon, apparently should have given up ownership of one of the clubs. The Forest owner did that with Olympiacos and Forest. They've been demoted from the Europa League to the Conference League. In a footballing sense, I actually think it may suit Crystal Palace because I think they'll now have an opportunity to win the Conference League, where I don't think they would have won the Europa League. However, from a financial and a footballing point of view, you would expect that, number one, if you're a player, you want to play in the Europa League more than the Conference League. And number two, Crystal Palace will lose out on money through playing in a lower competition, which again, you would think would indicate the move would be more open, especially if, the rumours are we've already agreed personal terms with the player. That's already been verbally agreed. It's just now sorting out the terms of the payment of the deal. However, we watched him yesterday for the watch along. Hey, big up Matty, man, with the raid. Southern Gooner, big up Matty, man. Appreciate that. Big up everyone who's just joined the chat. And Terren said, Singapore misses you, Big C. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I'm sure I'll be back, man. I really enjoyed Singapore, man. Really nice. Big up Gooner Mutley in the chat as well. We've reached 99.9 people. Come on. Come on. I'm pushing you now. We're 99 subscribers away from 100,000. What are we playing at? I know we've got 99 people not subscribed right now. Can we hit 100k during this stream? It would be epic. The code to the Fantasy League is there, people. It's in the description. Click the link, use that code, get involved, winner at the end of the season. What I've done, by the way, with my Fantasy League team, I've picked a non-emotional team. You know what I did last year? I picked a team full of emotion at the start, and I was just fighting back the whole time. I picked a whole heap of Arsenal players. I refused to pick Tottenham players, and I was a mess. I picked a team off emotion. This year, no emotion. I'm trying to win that league, right? I even left out a lot of Arsenal players because we've got quite a hard start to the season, and I picked Tottenham players as well. So listen, get involved. I'm trying to win that fantasy league title this season. I embarrassed myself last year. I finished like 750th out of 1,000. It's a joke. But yeah, man, get involved with that. Get involved. Want to see what you guys do. Lawrence says, Curtis, mad proud of you. I've been terrorizing you for 4.5 years. Now you're getting 100K. Listen, the community, we got all kinds of different people. Some of them just terrorize me in the chat. But it's necessary. C-unit business, you know. We're 99 away from 100K. If we don't get it today, we'll get it tomorrow. But I got a feeling we could get it today. Big up my brother, you know. Big up my brother. By the way, this guy doing big, big things in the football community. He's got something else happening in a few weeks. I'll leave him to announce it. But big up my bro, Cecil. I'm pretty sure we're live tomorrow, 7 p.m. on AFTV. So we'll be building up to the Manchester United game, and we'll talk about the weekend's action. Big up my bro. And big up to everyone who is subscribing, and big up everyone who's been subscribed from day anyway. You guys been supporting for the longest. The number, we got 150,000 views on a preseason friendly on Saturday. I mean, that's ridiculous. You know, it's ridiculous. So really, really appreciate all of the support on the channel. Listen, in terms of Eze, let's get this photoshopped picture. All these guys on Twitter, they love the Photoshop picture, don't they? I want to make something abundantly clear. Because Twitter, for some reason, people don't understand anything on Twitter. It's like it's literally a broken platform, Twitter, but it's still quite entertaining. Eze, in my opinion, does not solve Arsenal's left wing issue. If you bring Eze to Arsenal and you challenge Odegaard, or maybe you play with two number 10s at times, especially if you're at home against a team that's not as dominant on the ball, maybe you don't need to play Rice and Zubomendi. Maybe you can play one of them and play Odegaard and Eze in the 10. Cool. And of course, maybe against low blocks at home where pace and all of those things are not as effective, you need a bit more creativity. Maybe you can play left wing at times. However, for me, Eberechi Eze is a fantastic player. I would be happy for Arsenal to sign him. I do not think he makes the difference to Arsenal on that left-hand side to win the Premier League. I don't. I've watched this guy play so many times for Palace. I've wanted him at Arsenal for a long time. He's not a left winger. You've seen him twice yesterday get 1v1 with Konate. He didn't want to know. He knew I haven't got the pace. I'm not that guy. So I honestly think, and I know people, this guy keeps harping on about Leao. Leao is the one I would sign. And we're going to talk about Leao later on in this show, by the way. We're going to talk about Leao later on in this show. Rodrigo's the one I wanted. As I've just said, for those of you coming in, Fabrizio Romano's just tweeted, if Savinho goes to Tottenham, Manchester City are looking at Rodrigo for 100 million euros, which will disappoint me because that's a player I wanted at Arsenal. Lookman is a good player, but I would go for Rafa Leao. Leao, Gyökeres, Saka, I would have genuine belief we can win the title. And again, I've said this many times. A lot of people have said, Leao's end product's not amazing. He's not a world beater in front of goal. Sometimes having a player so direct, so dangerous, you're going to put the right back on the back foot. It's chaos. It's going to free up Saka. It's going to give Gyökeres more space. Man, somebody just said read Ramon's bro, and listen, you have to put things in perspective. Ramon said, Big C, day one supporter of the show. Birth of my son was announced here almost 4 years ago on the platform, as well as the death of his partner 2 years ago. Great community to lean on in good and bad times. Ramon, bro, I swear down, that is crazy, you know. And do you know what? I don't want to get too philosophical here because you're here for football, but when we created this community, and I say we because this is a joint effort, the community is nothing without you guys turning up. My main thing that I wanted out of this community, because you never think you're going to reach 100K when you've got 8 subscribers and you're getting 4 views on a video. I want people to have a place that they can come to just, let me just relax. Let me talk let me talk to people in the chat and let's build a community where, you know, you feel like you're part of something, a footballing community. It doesn't even have to be just Arsenal. We got Man U fans. MJ's always trolling. Chelsea fans in here, Liverpool. So I'm so happy that you felt like you could lean on this community to lift you in some sort of way. So Ramon, big up, bro. Hope you're strong. Glad you're still locked in and everyone's bigging you up in the chat, man. Big up yourself. Place to vent, place to laugh, place to whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's the main thing I wanted out of this community. So big up yourselves each and every time. Even the fact we've got hardly any mods in this chat. We got hardly any because we don't need them. We don't need them. You know what I mean? So big up, man. In terms of Eze, if you buy him and play him left wing, I think you're going to struggle. I think you're going to struggle. Doesn't have the pace. He's not a winger. Big up Jack as well, man. He said, big love. Lost my little brother 8 months ago. He was only 20. This channel's helped me a lot. Come on, bro. Big up, man. And again, man, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm glad that you feel you can lean on the community to help you, man. That's what it's all about, man. Big up yourself, Jack Barrow. Gift that man a membership. Yeah, do you know what? It's sad. I can't directly gift a membership to someone. You can gift memberships to the community and then YouTube gives them out, you know? So yeah. Are Spurs fans allowed? Yeah, they are, man. You know, we need someone to argue with and make fun of. Although I wasn't making fun of them last season. As much as I do clown Tottenham as being in our shadows, they weren't in our shadows last year. They were doing a parade through North London. So I felt very disappointed and uncomfortable about what Tottenham did last season. I feel uncomfortable about the fact that on Wednesday night, I'm doing a Super Cup final watch along, hanging on, hoping that PSG stop them from winning another trophy. So I said last season, I know a lot of us clown Tottenham. Oh, you finished 17th, you're rubbish, and got sacked. They won a trophy that I watched Arsenal failing over and over again. Do you know what I mean? Tottenham winning that Europa League bothered me a lot as an Arsenal fan last season. I know we kind of brushed it under the carpet and said, oh, it's only Tottenham, forget about it. Nah, like they're in a Super Cup final on Wednesday. If they ever beat PSG, I swear to you people, PSG better make sure they win that game on Wednesday. Nonny said, guys, met Big C last year in Cali. He's even cooler in person than on YouTube. Big up. Yo, I'm loving the love today, you know. I swear down, it's a good day. The sun's shining. The community's, you know, in a great mood. Big up. We have to enjoy this week because we're at Old Trafford on Sunday. And if we lose, they're mashing up the whole summer. So let's make the most of the next 6 days before we go to Old Trafford, because who knows what's going to happen there. Make sure you subscribe, people. I'm pushing you, man. We're 61 away from 100K. We're only 20 minutes into the show. I reckon we could hit that today. I swear down. I reckon we could hit 100K this show. I'm just saying. Big up Shane Gooner, bro. Big up yourself. I see you doing your thing on your channel. Stay consistent. That's the main thing. One thing I learned from YouTube, stay consistent. Don't get too caught up in the numbers. Because sometimes we do that. Oh my God, I got 10 new subscribers. And just put the content out, let it flow. And the numbers will come, you know. Big up yourself, Shane, man. B. Saka said, big up, Curtis. Absolutely love your channel. You as a character. You help me to relax. Just sit down and watch. Keep up the work. Big up, bro. Big up. As Cecil recorded the Eze video. He's got to get something ready. What do you do for Eze? Eze plays for England. I don't know. What are you going to do? Eat fish and chips? You know what I mean? Drink a cup of tea? I suppose you just got to bring a vibe. Eze's a vibe man, isn't he? You know what I'm saying? Eze's a vibe man. I think Eze will end up at Arsenal, personally. I think the deal's waiting to be done. However, I think we need two. I think we need Eze and a winger. And if Eze is the winger, is that going to work? I don't know. You saw yesterday, man, he hasn't got the pace to destroy these fullbacks. And maybe his mind wasn't on Palace yesterday. I don't know. I don't know what to say for him. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I'm still disappointed that he didn't do a Jamaican announcement video for Raheem Sterling. You know what I mean? He's born in Jamaica. I wanted to see the Jamaican dancing and music, and although he didn't exactly perform well, did he? You know, once we signed him, Razza, even though I wanted him to. Eze or Rodrigo, listen, I've said it all summer. I'm going to stay consistent. I wanted Rodrigo or Leao over Eze because Eze left wing, for me, is not amazing in that role. But listen, beggars can't be choosers. Right now, I'm watching Martinelli. So if Eze goes there, I suppose it's still an improvement on what we've been getting recently. But let's see what happens with Eberechi Eze, people. Will said, mate, I live in Berlin, go to an Arsenal pub here every game. Everyone watches you here. Mad proud, big congrats. You can pat yourself on the back. Big up, bro. Do you know what? I actually want to start doing these little tours and going to places, man, during these international breaks, man. So something we'll look at. Big up, Will. LZA said, once we crack 100k, time for that merch drop. Do you know what? This is actually new merch. I've got new merch. It doesn't look much from the front, does it? It's got loads of detail on the back of the shirt. I got a voucher from a family member for my birthday from the Arsenal store. So I've bought a couple of training tops. I haven't bought any of the shirts, away shirts though. So yeah. Rambir said, I complimented your channel on AFTV. They removed the comment. Disgusted. Keep up the good work, Curtis. Wish you health, wealth, and abundance. Big up yourself, bro. Maybe one of the mods in the background, man. You know, who knows? But yeah, no harm done. Big up Fitzjoseph, man. He's back in action. He's gifted a membership. Good to see Fitz back. The community ain't the same without Fitz in it, you know. He went away for like 4 months, but I understood it. And I've felt in that situation myself. Once you're a content creator, you're there. You can't get out of it. I've had times watching Arsenal where I'm like, I need a break. I don't even want to watch Arsenal's next 3 or 4 games. But I'm doing the watch-alongs. But he came away for a few months, now he's back. We're back for more stress in the hope that it leads to trophies. Michael said, I hope Arsenal wins it, and this is our year. I can't imagine what it would be like as a content creator watching Arsenal win the Premier League. The joy it would bring us, the celebrations, the moments, it would be unbelievable. It would be unbelievable. The celebrations. Jeffrey says, big up, bro. I've been watching you since lockdown times. One of the first 8K subs. It's been a pleasure to watch you grow. Whenever you come to New York, let me know. I got you. Come on, bro. You know, bro, I'm going to be at the World Cup next year. So, yeah, man, I'll be about. I will be at that World Cup. And Cruz really wants to go to a basketball game in the NBA. So I'm looking at potentially taking him over as well before to go and watch. So yeah, I'm sure I'm in America a lot. Mr. Cool Bus Driver, big up, bro. Member for 25 months. Big up my 2 boys here with me watching your live stream. Big up, bro. Big up, Mr. Cool Bus Driver. And his 2 kids, school holidays, you know, you got to keep them busy. At least the weather's good. Next Generation taking in the realist Arsenal streamer on YouTube. Brother, I appreciate that, man. Next Generation will... Do you know what? They might have a better time than... Well, I won't say than us, because we had Henri, but that sort of generation before, where imagine being like a 10-year-old and you're an Arsenal fan and you go in school and Shamak and Bentner are up front and Gervinho's on the left wing and Denilson centre mid with Andre Santos and Almunia. How do you defend that in school? You're in big trouble if you're in school when that was the Arsenal team. At least now, Saka, Gyökeres, Eze might join, Zubamendi, Rice, you know, I mean, we've got Saliba, Gabriel. You can put up a fight there if you're having an argument, you know. You got something to fight with. If you're born in like the year 2000 and you was going to school, them times there, boy, I don't know how you deal with that. I really don't know how you deal with that. I was going in school like a madman. I was wearing Ian Wright on the back of the shirt, Thierry Henry. There was no conversation. Even if Man U were winning more trophies than Arsenal, there was nothing more elite than Henry 14 on the back of your shirt. Nothing. I'd say the only thing that came close was Cantona with the collar pulled up. Maybe CR7 when he was winning Ballon d'Or. Rooney, but I don't even think that was bigger than Henry. Yeah, no talk. There was United fans used to say to me, yo, I love Thierry Henry. Everybody loved Thierry Henry. He was the man. So at least these generation now, Saka, them guys, they've got a bit of weight there in the argument, you know. Big up Latte, my brother. Met Big C in New Jersey 2 years ago. Class guy. Big up the community. You know this guy, Latte, right? Absolute legend this guy is. So we play the game. Man United Arsenal. We lost. Rubbish game, but great atmosphere. I'm doing the press. So I'm inside the stadium for about another hour and a half after the game. Latte's outside the stadium. I can't get outside to meet him. I got to do the press conference. I'm trying to get interviews, blah, blah, blah. I come outside of the stadium, see that he's messaged me. He's left. Bear in mind, there's loads of traffic, 80,000 coming out of that stadium. And the man drives back to come and check me at the stadium. I said, yo, real brother, you know, big up Latte, man. And I swear, if you've ever been in a member stream, this guy's one of the funniest guys. He's one of the funniest guys, you know. New York Knicks and Arsenal fan. I swear down, bro. That is a painful combination, innit? Knicks and Arsenal. Madness. We're still waiting for titles. Jan said, I think Amorim will keep Gyökeres quiet. I don't think he will, bro. I really don't. I think he's going to cause problems. I saw that Grizzlies Magic. I would have rather different teams. I got to be honest, man. I mean, Ja Morant is a good one to go and watch. Banchero's good. But, you know, you don't get the big ones, do you, coming over to England, really? But I still might go and watch it. Let's hit 100K today. Big C, big up Glam Rock. Big up yourselves. George Guna, do a countdown, bro. You'll hit 100K during... We're getting there today. We're getting there today. Alex said supporting for 20 years, never seen us win the league, too young, been waiting a lifetime. That is mental. That is mental. You've never seen us win the league. Gunarican, thanks for being genuine in person and on YouTube. Big up. Appreciate that. Listen, do you know something, right? Being successful is amazing. I'm not saying this because I am. I'm just saying in general life. Being successful is amazing. But being successful, being yourself, there's nothing better than that. Trust me. A lot of people compromise themselves to be successful. Nah, not me, bro. I will never do that. I will never compromise. And make sure you don't do that. Be yourself and you'll get there anyway. Because too many people nowadays, oh, well, a lot of people act like that, so I'm going to act like that. Or I'm going to do that. No, bun that. That's social media, and social media makes people think they've got to act a certain way, makes people think they've got to be rich by the time they're 21, makes people think they've got to have the whole career path planned out and you've got to have it all planned. Yo, go and enjoy yourself, be wild. Sometimes you won't have money, sometimes you will have money, sometimes you have a nice girlfriend, sometimes you're single, sometimes you got to move back to your mum's house and save, sometimes you're going to have that big 3-bedroom house. Enjoy yourself. All about experience, people. All about experience. Trust me. Even though I'm on YouTube, which effectively is social media, I swear down, I don't really do social media that much, which probably actually holds me back, because imagine if I was clipping up everything on TikTok, how many views I would get. But I don't like it. I don't go on TikTok, Instagram a little bit, Twitter a little bit. That's it. Because a lot of it, I think, nah, man, I've seen some of these people. I know you're not like that in real life. So don't get too caught up in it, man. Don't get too caught. I know I'm preaching. I'm preaching. We're going to hit 100K on stream. I can't believe it. We're 27 away. I'm going to crack a drink. I'm going to get... Do you know what's funny, right? I always say we're going to need some more Red Stripe. I've got Red Stripe in the fridge. I should have got a bottle of champagne, but we're going to pop a Red Stripe at 100K. Anyway. Let's move on. Right, I'm going off topic here. Let's talk about, what was my next story? We're going to talk about the game briefly. Do you know what? I actually think it's more relevant for me to pop a Red Stripe than a bottle of champagne, because I've been shouting out, we're going to need more Red Stripe the whole time. So I think it's the right way to do it, you know? I think that's the right way to do it. I'd like to meet you in real life. I think we're going to have to do a meetup this season, definitely. I've got a venue that I can get as well. So I think we'll do a meetup this season. FPL, I will pin it, because a lot of people still asking for it. Let me pin this in the chat. because some people they don't want to look in the description below. How do I pin it? Right, there it is. I've pinned it, people. I want all of you involved. I want to know who the real managers are in the chat. Last year, I was not good in that. That was my first year doing FPL. This year, I feel like I'm ready for it. I know what's what. I want to see all you guys in that league and see who the real managers are. See who the real managers are. Right, let's quickly go over this Arsenal game. I'm not going to go over it for too long because it's a friendly at the end of the day. And this week is all about getting down to business. Manchester United versus Arsenal at Old Trafford, opening day of the season. That is a mad game of football. What a game to start the season. I said it when the fixtures came out. I'm glad we've got a tough start to the season. I'm glad, because sometimes you get easy games, you're winning games, and you think, oh, we're better than what we are. No. And what it also does, it forces you to do your business quickly in the transfer window, because you know you go to Old Trafford and get beat. You're under pressure from day one, bro. You're under pressure from day one. You know what I mean? Man said you cannot pop champagne right after he said you aren't changing for success. You know what? I'll be honest with you, Salman. I don't even think champagne's that nice. Real talk. Is champagne that nice of a drink? I don't think it is. So you're right. It's only right that I'll pop a red stripe. 4 cans for £5, people. We won't let success change us. We ain't popping no champagne at 100k and going all glitz and glamour. We'll pop a good old little red stripe on Monday afternoon. No, man, it's an overrated drink. This is what they do. It don't even taste nice, but we do it just for look. We've all been there in the club. Like, let's order a bottle so we can get the sparklers on it, so all the girls think I'm rich. Then you drink it and you're screwing up your face. You don't even like it. You're £250 down. Buy a red stripe. You know what I mean? Not that I'm encouraging alcohol, by the way. Let's not do that. Anyway, right. Arsenal won 3-0. Arsenal won 3-0. Best performance of pre-season. Gyökeres scored. Saka played great. Havertz scored the best goal I've ever seen him score at Arsenal. Good day at the office. 6 shots on target and 3 goals. 50% goal rate from the shots. Much better. You know what? I watched the extended highlights of the game. Odegaard had a bit of a better performance than I gave him credit for. Do you know why, right? He failed with some of his passing, but I like the fact that he was looking for the through ball quicker. At the end of the day, Odegaard's got to adapt to having a striker as well. So I don't mind a player trying to do the right thing and it doesn't work. I get disappointed when a player's not trying to do the right thing and just playing safe. So I don't mind that he was trying to play through balls and they're getting blocked, because when those passes start getting through the defence, Gyökeres will be eaten. And we need Odegaard to play well this season. I know a lot of people don't like Odegaard or are on his back, and I've criticised him a lot. Pillow foot, you've heard all of that. I think we need Odegaard performing this season. I've said it before. You put Odegaard in Real Madrid's team, he's going to look great with Mbappe making them runs. I think you put him in the Man City team, I think he looks great in that 10 role with Haaland making them runs. So we've got to actually help him as well. He's got to help himself, but we got to help him. Just in terms of the team, we're going to kind of just scroll through quick. We're not going to take too long. Raya, quiet game, didn't have a lot to do. He was solid what he did do. I have no problem with his performance. 6, 6.5, 7. He made one good save when Calafiori gave it away, and they had the side foot shot that hit the kind of went down the middle, and he caught it. I'll give him 6.5. Timber, it was great to see Timber back. Played at right back, played at left back. Yeah, 6-7, 6-7. Timber gave the ball away a few times, but then he looked good at left back. I actually don't know what fullbacks I would pick at Old Trafford this week. I don't know. I didn't think Timber was going to be back for Old Trafford. So I've been saying, yeah, Ben White will be at right back. It'll probably be Lewis Skelly at left back. Then Calafiori comes in. And then Timber goes left back. And Timber looked good with Madueke at left wing. So now I'm thinking, do you play Ben White right back? with Timber at left back. It depends how fit Timber is. I think I would play Ben White and Timber, people. What do you guys think? I saw a lot of people hyping up Calafiori's performance. I liked it going forward. I still think he's a bit wild. I still think his positioning's a bit all over the place. I don't know about anybody else. I panic when Calafiori's at left back. I don't know why. I panic. He looks very good going forward, but defensively at left back, I don't know. And Lewis Skelly's had a bit of an up and down pre-season, which again, I'm not blaming him. He's an 18-year-old centre mid trying to do a job at left back. So, would I play Ben White and Timber? If Timber's fully fit, because it's Old Trafford away, I feel like that experience would be very important. It's just whether Timber is seen as fit enough. If he's not, then I don't. It's a tough one. Lawrence is going big here. He said Calafiori has to start. I've told you he's generational. I'm still trying to figure out what he's generational at, but you keep hyping him. He did have a good game, but I'm asking defensively. He wasn't really tested at all. Timber played all right. I give him 6.5. I thought he looked better at left back than right back, which was crazy. Calafiori, very good going forward. Gave the ball away once, but he definitely offers something to the attack, Calafiori. There's no doubt about that. Two centre-backs. I said this the other day, people, on the stream after the game, is I watched the highlights the other day, Arsenal against Tottenham. My back four was Rob Holding, Mustafi, Hector Bellerin, and Kolasinac. This is the best central defensive pairing that we have had since Toure and Campbell, without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. And I honestly think Saliba now, I said this the other day, Saliba, I think he could be top 2 centre-backs in the world with Van Dijk. I'm putting him top 2. Genuinely. Diaz, very good. Rudiger, very good. All those guys. I think he's top 2 in the world with Virgil. And I know Virgil was poor yesterday, but I think the fullbacks exposed him for Liverpool, left him too open. I'm not sure there's 2 better centre-backs than William Saliba in world football. I'm telling you now, that guy is phenomenal. He's amazing. He gets into every team in the world. Bastoni ain't better than Saliba. I'm not hearing that, bro. The man got in Euros team of the tournament. Italy were getting knocked out quick. Nah, man. Bastoni. Rudiger's still a tank, but I swear down, this guy's a joke. He's so good on the ball. He is the Mbappe of centre-backs. I'll put Virgil number 1, Saliba 2. Saliba's baby Van Dijk, to me. The guy's unbelievable. And Gabriel is an animal. He's an absolute animal. You see his diags that he was playing to Saka. I think Arsenal are going to try and play a more direct style of football to get up the pitch quicker. I think you're going to see Rice playing those long passes. I think you're going to see Gabriel playing those long passes as well. Those 2, 8 out of 10. They're a joke. Bastoni got handled against PSG. Listen, they can handle anyone. I rate Bastoni, by the way. But I don't think he's better than Saliba. Saliba's unbelievable. I'd give Saliba 300 grand a week if I had to pay him that much to keep him. Honestly, it would cost you so much to replace him, and you wouldn't get a player on the same level. He's almost priceless in this team. He's almost priceless. They're an unbelievable partnership. Let's go into midfield. I loved the midfield performance of both of our centre mids on Saturday. It seemed a bit more double pivot-y, even if that's not a word, than left 8 Declan Rice. Rice was a bit deeper. There was a little bit more interchange. Zubimendi was fantastic. By the way, I don't want to get too carried away. It's a friendly. I've seen people going, he's going to change Arsenal. I need to see him do that Old Trafford, at Anfield, at Manchester City, at a wet, cold Burnley on a Tuesday night in December. There are many different tests that you have to get past before you're considered a success in the Premier League. What we've seen so far of Zubimendi, he looks fantastic, but I'm not going to get carried away with him. I've seen people calling him Fabregas, Cazorla. You got more work to do before you get those kind of compliments. But what we are seeing it looked brilliant. It reminded me of Vitinho. It's very similar to Vitinho. There's a lot of players you've got to come up against in the Prem before I start giving. Go and have a fight with Caicedo. Go and deal with Morgan Rogers running at you on the ball, you know, at Villa Park. Go and deal with Cherky jinking away from you at the Etihad, or, you know, Florian Wirtz drifting. There's many tests that you have to overcome before we give you that sort of. But of course, it was a special performance. I'm gonna cut short. We're gonna get the red stripe out, people. We're gonna get there now. So I'm gonna do it with you guys on cam. Let's do it now. We're 4 subscribers away. We're gonna get there now, people. Let's get ready for it. For 2 subscribers away. Who's gonna be the 100,000th subscriber? Let's go full screen. Let's go full screen. We're gonna do it now, people. Let's go. 100 racks. The red stripe's out, people. A large one as well. Not that I'm encouraging drinking, but certain days when you hit 100,000 subscribers like that. Cheers, everyone. We're going to need some more red stripe. We've hit 100k. You got to just pour out a little red stripe at 2:50 in the afternoon. 100 racks from the humble beginnings of the car. No microphone. £3 tripod. To the shirts hanging up in the background. To the washing machine. And the broken clock. 100 racks, people. Big up your damn selves. Yo. I was gonna go gym later, right? I'm drinking water. We hit 100k, and man's bussing a red stripe. And I never drink, like, at home, hardly ever. But certain days, you have to just crack a red stripe. Cheers, everyone. Big up your damn selves. Big up your damn selves. Yo, 100 racks here, though. I swear down, it's mad. It's mad. Big up. I really appreciate it, man. Big up yourselves. 100k subs. We'll do a giveaway tomorrow. I'll sort out a giveaway. Man said rip the shirt. Do you know what? I still to this day don't know how that shirt ripped so easily. I swear down, I think Arsenal ripped me off. Refresh it on this. It's there, peeps. Let me get it up. Let me get it up on the screen. Let's have a look. We need to see it in the flesh. 100 racks in the bag. I might just stay on stream and just drink all. No, I'm not. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. We don't encourage drinking, but certain times you gotta just crack a red stripe, you know. 100 racks, people, in the bag. What a community. Let's get it up on the screen. Oh, how do you get it? There you go. It's confirmed. 100,000 subscribers to Curtis Shaw TV. Here we go. Total agreement between the 2 clubs. 100 racks. Man, that looks good. I'm telling you, YouTube, I need that plaque. I need it quick. They need to send that quick. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to wait. I need that 100 racks. It feels good. I can't lie. I feel different. I feel a little bit different, you know. I swear down, I got a different feeling about me, you know. Any of these sponsors message me now. Yesterday's price is not today's price. I'm telling you, they make offers, I'm rejecting them. I'm saying, nah, you better double that. Yeah, but yesterday you agreed terms. Nah, not today, bro. I'm a different guy today. I swear down, I'm drinking Red Stripe at 2:50. I was drinking Evian and lining up my press-ups for the day. Apparently the plaque takes a while to turn up. Nah, but listen, big up the community, man. Big up the community. It's one of them things where you never think you're gonna hit those kind of numbers. You go, you know what? I'm gonna set up a channel just to give my opinion and see where it takes me. And next minute, you got a community like that, and you think, wow, how has that happened? Just from sitting here watching football and chatting, you know? Unbelievable. But listen, as I say, this is a shared celebration. I hope people get that. You know, there's no 100k if you guys don't subscribe to the channel. So yeah, man, really appreciate it, man. Let's go back to player ratings. I'm sweating and all sorts. I feel good right now. I feel good, man. You know what I mean? You should feel good. I feel good. I wish I could just play music on YouTube now. I'll have a party. Do you know what? I'm going to do a 100k celebration stream this week. We'll do it before the season starts because it gets too busy once these games. What day could we do it? Liverpool play Friday, don't they? Maybe we could do Saturday night. No Saturday evening game, I don't think. Saturday evening, 5:30, Wolves, Man City. Maybe we'll do a Saturday night stream. Get loads. I'll just invite loads of people on, and we just vibe Saturday night ahead of United, Arsenal. Maybe we do that Saturday night. I think that would be a good one. I'll invite like 20 content creators on and just see if they can come on. Friday night's Liverpool at 8 o'clock, and I'm doing a watch along, so I think we'll do it on Saturday. You know, we'll get people in and we'll have a little celebration. I'll get giveaways sorted to the community as well. Of course, Matt. Listen, do you know what? Of course, I'm gonna change my. Now you mentioned that actually, I'm gonna change my background to Kevin Campbell because Kev, honestly, was a huge part of this community. And you know, Curtis, you know what I mean? We can never forget. How do I had a background for Kev lined up as well. We will put Kev in the background. It's a moment. Young Kev. Oh man. I wish he was on the stream now. I wish he was on the stream now. I can't lie. He's the amount of arguments and debates me and him had. He's definitely responsible for a few thousand subscribers. So it's only right. Brook the next settings, you know. Brook the next settings. Man, I've lost all composure. Where was I even what was I even talking about? Let me drink up some red stripe, man. Little piece of red stripe, you know? Big up Kev, man. And you know the good thing is like I've actually ended up becoming good friends with Kev's son, which is a blessing in itself. You know, like it was mad because he knew I was about and doing shows with his dad, and I knew he was about and playing football, but we never really spoke. And when his dad passed away, he messaged me and I messaged him. I said, look, man, I feel it's only right me and you connect, you know what I'm saying? And we talk, and I'm always trying to support him. He's at Sheffield United scoring goals. They lost in the playoff final. I really hope they get promoted, you know. I'd love to see him play in the Prem. Turnpike Mike said, if we lose to United, Arsenal therapy immediately. Bro, that'll be straight after the game. I'll be getting destroyed in the WhatsApp groups if we lose to United. Alex says, big up from Kentucky. The community feels like hanging out with your friends. My favorite channel. Congrats on 100k. Big up, bro. Appreciate that. That's how I want it to feel, you know. You're chilling with your mates. Casual gamer, remember when you was unconvinced on Zubi a few seasons ago when rumours flew everywhere? He looks lightweight, gets homesick, stay in Spain. This is why you never just let these things slide, do you? You know? You just clip them up and come back with the ammunition. Okay, I may have said he's the centre mid Fabio Vieira. He looked lightweight. I seen Casemiro dashing him to the floor. I was worried. Then he rejected Liverpool and said he loves the mountains. I said, bro, there ain't mountains in North London. You're going to get homesick. You're going to get homesick. But what I saw the other day, okay, maybe he's a top player. Thanks for bringing that up, Casual Gamer. I appreciate it. LZA said, nah, bro, we need that C-Unit merch. Give us a shirt to rip to celebrate 100k. Let's get... I do need to get some merch sorted out. I've been saying it for about 2 years. Jan said, don't get me wrong. I meant as a former manager, I hope he scores a hat-trick. I'm tempted to make him triple captain in fantasy. Still nervous. It's one of them, innit? Emotion. Are we going to rip up Man United? Then we got Leeds, then we got Liverpool. It's an interesting one. Other teams have got easier games. But I'd love it if we just smashed United. Dot said, how are we still not on 100k? Well, we're there now. All moving like the love child of Granite and Jorginho. What we doing? Scrolling up. An L for 100. We're there now, bro. Red Dust. Like it or not, Arsenal Football Club and the supporters allow themselves to be vulnerable too many times to externally driven narratives. Forget the noise. We need to focus on ourselves. And I agree with that. I agree with that. Even I'm guilty of that sometimes. Oh my God, Isak's going Liverpool. We're finished. We're doomed. You know, I get caught up in that. And we've just got to just say, you know what? If Isak goes Liverpool, so be it. So be it. But what we've got to do is fix our left wing so that we've got a front three and we're confident in all three of them. That's what we need. And then we need Odegaard to come back to the party and start performing, not do what he's been doing the last 12 months. Gunnarola says, Calafiori seems like a guy who nods his head to Arteta's overcoached instructions in the dugout, gets on the pitch and says, sod it, I'm going rogue. You ever watched a horse race when the guy falls off the horse and then the horse just starts going mental? He wins the race, he goes in the wrong direction, they're trying to catch him. That's what Calafiori's like. Ricky says, congrats, Curtis. Well-deserved, brother. C-Unit 100K. Big up yourself each and every time. Big up David, man. Always supporting success. Being yourself is priceless. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's not the hitting the 100K. It's hitting the 100K knowing I'm sitting here every day just being myself. You know what I mean? I think anybody that watches this channel enough knows that I'm just being myself. You know what I mean? Marty says, congrats, Curtis. 6-figure. Sure, I'm telling you, man, they got to pay up now. These companies, they got to pay up. Frankie, congrats, brother. I have a pack of Oreos on me. I've never been a big fan of Oreos, you know. But I appreciate it. Maybe I'll get caramel digestives. But no, I'm gymming at the moment, so I'm trying to lay off. You know what I mean? I might buy some salad. Might get some salad. Doctor said 24-hour stream. Here we go. Championship pop bottles. I think we aim for Saturday night stream. I'll invite loads of people on, if we can. OGN. Big up, Big C. I've been watching you since 22-23 season. Congrats on 100K. Big up, man. Come on, you Gunners. Big up, bro. Red Dust. Congrats for 100K. Managed to find the motivation and stay consistent. Big up. And it's very, you know, use some words there. Motivation and consistency, people. You know, one thing I've learned about football, about YouTube, about anything, right, is it's about those days where you don't want to do it. When you've had a good 8-9 hours sleep and you go gym and you feel great and everything feels great, everyone can do that. It's about those days where you haven't slept properly, you're not happy, you know, you feel a bit groggy, you're talking yourself out of it. Those are the days where success is. And not even just in a gym term as well. It's like Arsenal playing poor. Oh, did I not stream today? I'm not happy. I don't like how they played. I don't want to talk about it. No, you got to do the stream. Community's waiting. You know, football, the same thing. Oh, it's raining, it's cold. I don't want to go training. No, they're the days you've got to train. You got to train harder on them days because other people are not going to train them days. It's that Mamba mentality. It's that Kobe Bryant training. You've got to work hard and you've got to work smart. You know, you got to. I honestly think there's so many people in life, right, who are capable of more, but we're not prepared to do what it takes. We know, but we don't do it. Do you know what I mean? Even I've done it loads of times. Crypto. People were telling me about crypto 10 years ago. I was saying, nah, not interested. Pyramid scheme, I don't. But when you actually sit down, you start studying it. I'm not saying crypto, but just certain things. Sometimes we spend too much time doing things that aren't benefiting us when you can put that time into something that's going to benefit you. And as you get older and as you have kids and stuff and you're thinking, I need to set things up now. I know I'm being, you've turned up to get player ratings. I'm talking about, I'm telling you now, be patient with yourself, but have a plan. Even if you're in a situation you're not happy with, I don't like my job, I'm not happy with the house I'm living. People say that a lot. Just think, okay, let me think what I want to be. Have that little side hustle going. Even if you're struggling, you go, yo, 2 hours a night, I'm going to study that, or I'm going to... Trust me, people, you can do it. You can do it. But anyway, I know I'm waffling, but I feel philosophical today. It's a good day. I'm drinking Red Stripe at 3 o'clock. The sun's out as well. But big up Red Dust, man. Trust me, motivation and consistency is the key to anything, bro. It's the key. Sab said, watch you since 22, 23. Immense growth through honesty, hard work, having fun at the same time. We'll be here for 1 million subs, God willing. Hopefully, bro. Sky Touche, not convinced by Noni, too one-dimensional. Difficult when you're a left footer playing left wing. If you're playing against a fullback and you can't get past him down the line, it becomes difficult then. You got to drive inside. You might have to play 1-2s. Be interesting when he plays better fullbacks. MJ, yo, MJ, you know, this is probably the first. But I said, man, like, C, congrats. But Sunday we duel, don't. I'm here, bro. I'm here, bro. 4:30 kickoff. I'll be live 3:30. Let's talk. Let's talk, man. You know what I mean? At one point, you thought Gyökeres was going United. I thought Sesko was going Arsenal. It's the other way around. Big up Beresford as well. Another Man United fan. Big up Big C, 100K. Congrats. Big up to you, bro. Guna Gank, big 100K. Congrats, Big C. Well deserved. Much love. Appreciate it, bro. Scants, big up on 100K. LFC fan, but a fan of your content. Enough respect to you. Well deserved. There's a lot of hype around Liverpool losing yesterday. I think people need to calm down. They drew the game. They lost on pens. No Gravenberch, no McAllister. I still think they'll be fine. There'll be a bit of adapting to do with the fullbacks, though, I think. Master of Disaster. Summer 2021, I injured my leg. That was the first time I watched Curtis Shaw TV. Now 100K, we go for another milestone, 200 loading. I hope we win some trophies. This has got to be the year of success. Take us to Wembley at least. You know what I'm saying? Nick an FA Cup, man. We can't be... We're a good team. Why are we not winning anything? I haven't had one final watch-along for Arsenal since I've been on this channel. What the hell is going on? Chris said, congrats, Big C. Been around since the clock and fridge days. Just wanted to say you deserve this. Blessed to you and the family. Much love. Big up, bro. Admir said, big up, Big C. Love the community. Been following for years. Thanks for all the therapy. I wish there was less therapy, but as Arsenal, we've had plenty of Arsenal therapy. Amo said, congrats, bro. Well deserved. 100K subs. Top real G. Big up Matty as well, bro. Appreciate it. He said, well deserved, brother. Dr. Baron, big up Big C, 100K. And I appreciate all the well wishes from everyone. What would Sean Dyche would say? Listen, mate. Have a pint of diesel and celebrate, and then get on with it. Training tomorrow. 200K, 500K next, mate. It's as simple as that. Wheat bricks, wheat wood, wheat concrete. Simple as that, mate. You know what I mean? I haven't done a Sean Dyche for a while, so I appreciate that. Let's just skip through this. Big up Ash as well. So proud of you. Been here since near the beginning of the journey. Ups and downs with our performances and endless merch. Do I get merch? Merch needs to come out. Merch, basketball, streams, those things need to happen. Those things need to happen. I swear down, I've had like 5 sips of Red Stripe. I can feel it a bit already. I don't drink often. No, I'm joking, man. Man's a real... I deal with that easily, man. Might crack a Guinness open later as well. Anyway, performances. Yeah, Zubomendi, Rice were brilliant. Saka was brilliant. I saw tricks. I saw stepovers. I would like to see him look for Gyökeres a little bit more. Still think he shoots sometimes when he could cross. But no problem. Saka was brilliant. Martinelli got past the fullback about 5 times when I watched the extended highlights. The end product was so frustrating. About 3 times he hit it straight at the goalkeeper. Twice he went near post and put it wide. It's just the end product's not... He did get an assist, but it wasn't a great performance. I'm sorry. When somebody is in bad form, people act as if you keep saying they're playing bad, that you're piling on them, you're being on, you know, it's unfair. No, he didn't play well. He was our worst outfield player. You know what I mean? And the assist doesn't change that. He's got to go up another level. It's as simple as that. We're trying to win titles, bro. We ain't got time for Martinelli to go through the motions. You're meant to be a Brazilian international. I need more from him. I need more. The fact we're sitting here saying, I'll just play Madueke on the left because he puts 2 decent crosses in, tells you that Martinelli's not playing well enough, because no Arsenal fan should be sitting here saying, you know what, just throw Madueke on the left because he crossed the ball in with his left foot that was decent. That means the standard's on the floor. And the fact Rodrigo's being linked with Man City today, that just rubs it in. Like, Rodrigo should be coming to Arsenal. We're desperate for a left winger. It is what it is. We are starving on the left. Imagine having Alexis Sanchez on that left now, man. Jeez, he'd cost 100 million, by the way. Abby said, I remember watching your video the first time, Baku finals reaction. It's been a long and eventful journey. Oh, man. I watched some of them videos back, man. I sound nervous and everything. I'm like, I think Emery needs to drop this player, Iwobi. Ozil didn't work hard enough. Yo, it's amazing. Again, I was one of these people, and again, this is the end of my philosophical conversations today. I remember wanting to start that YouTube channel for about 3 months. And you know what? I used to record videos on my phone, watch the video back and say, oh, I'm not happy with that video, man. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. We got to the Europa League final and I was like, just throw a video out, man. It's a big game. I threw a video out. It wasn't great. I was hesitating. We lost. I was fuming. I did a reaction video that was a little bit more sort of organized than the pre-game one. And then from there, I was just like, transfer window, blah, blah, blah. So what I'm trying to say sometimes is when I wanted to start the YouTube channel in a studio with a £2,000 camera, a £500 microphone, perfect lighting, in reality, I started it with a £3 tripod and the camera on my phone with no microphone. It wasn't pretty. In the car, videos outside the stadium after games having meltdowns, hanging up 2 Arsenal shirts behind me on the wall, or you lot could see the washing machine in the background. It wasn't glamorous. Sometimes you just got to learn on the job. You know, we always want perfection. Yeah, I want the setup to look like Sky Sports the day I start. It ain't gonna look like Sky Sports, bro, unless you're sitting on dough and you can just get it done straight away. You know, it definitely didn't look like Sky Sports. I had a £3 tripod that was barely strong enough to hold my phone. You know what I mean? It looked like it was going to fall backwards. You just got to get on with it and build from there. Man said you got a washing machine. Yo, I might even get a dishwasher to celebrate, you know. I swear down, do we get a dishwasher? Forget merch, I need a dishwasher. I need to stop washing pots. I shouldn't be washing dishes anymore. You know what I mean? Leaving them to soak. I want a dishwasher. 2025. We want a dishwasher, people. Congrats on 100k, says Omo Gooners. Smash the likes, people. Hey, keep subscribing, man. Road to 200k starts today. Ash Joel said, congrats, Curtis. You make the mundane bearable. Well, I appreciate that. Information and entertainment, you know, big up. Just by the way, quickly, let me skip through. Victor Gyökeres. I want to say something now to the community. You are not going to see a more disliked, hated on player this season than Victor Gyökeres from the outsiders, from the ops. It's a fact. They can't stand him, right? United fans are dissing him. Everybody's dissing him outside of Arsenal. Protect him as an Arsenal fan, which is what I was trying to say to Lawrence and a few other guys. He missed a big chance. I said, listen, chill. The guy's just signed. Give him a chance. This guy's going to score goals at Arsenal. Trust me. As long as he doesn't get injured. Even if he doesn't score for 1, 2, 3, 4 games, back the guy. Trust me. This guy will be a goal machine for us. Don't let them lot draw us into arguments. Oh, Sesko's better. This guy, Pedro's better. Just focus on him. We need a 20-goal striker. I don't blame the ops. If Sesko goes 5 games without scoring, I'm going to be destroying Man United fans. If Saliba wraps him up and pockets him on Sunday, I'll be messaging all the United fans in my friendship groups or in the chat here. Simple. You know what I mean? Haaland misses. That's the reality of football. We've all got good strikers now. Liverpool going to have Isak, Kekatike. United got Sesko. Arsenal got Gyökeres. Chelsea got Pedro. City got Haaland, Mamouche. It's going to be a great season for the striker argument, but don't fall into their trap. If he goes 2 games and going, oh, he's rubbish, he missed chances, he's not good. Don't start second guessing and going, actually, maybe he's not that good. Portuguese tax, nah, don't rate him. Nah, back him. Trust me, he will score goals. Marino looked good up front for Arsenal. That tells you this guy's going to do well. but it just might not happen from day one. It might not happen from day one. And this is me you're talking to, who usually, but I'm confident this guy's a goal machine and he will do well for Arsenal. Trust me. We just got to create chances for him on the floor as well, not just headers. Because his two biggest chances really were the two headers. He had one chance on the floor. He needs more chances with the ball on the floor. 3.7k in the chat. Keep smashing the likes up. Let's get the likes up. And yeah, let's keep pushing. Can we get 100,100? Yeah, we've hit 100,100 already. The road to 200k begins now, people. We're not messing around. Always support your players. Just in terms of the bench, quickly, I know I've waffled on and I'm dropping, life convos. I'm drinking Red Stripe. We're way off topic. Couple of performances here off the Arsenal bench that I want to talk about. Obviously, Madueke, there was positives, right? It was simple, but it was effective. He got to the byline, he put crosses in. He pretty much either won a corner or put a decent ball in. It's simple, but maybe for now we just need simple but effective on that left-hand side. The one thing I will say about Madueke playing on the left, because he's left-footed, he'll hug the touchline, so we end up with width. So the pitch becomes bigger. It's more spread. When we've got a right footer, he tucks inside, runs towards the area. We've got no width out on the left because our fullback inverts. So Madueke was good, but it wasn't enough. I'm not printing his name on my shirt, but for now, that might be what has to work on that side. Kai Havertz, in the match reaction, I forgot to mention his goal. It was out of order. It's the best goal I've seen him score for Arsenal. I didn't even know he had pace like that, unless that defender was slow. However, without sounding cynical, score that goal in the Premier League. Score that goal in the Champions League. Score that goal at 0-0 as the match-winning goal. Because I saw this guy one-on-one against Brighton last season at 1-1 when Declan Rice got sent off. And he had that same opportunity and hit it straight at the keeper. I saw him shoulder the ball wide against Newcastle. I saw him volley the ball over the bar against United and then miss the penalty in the FA Cup shootout. So I'm not taking anything away from the goal. It's outstanding. Do that under pressure. Do that when we need you to do that. You did that 2-0 in a friendly against the Bilbao team that looked like they were absolutely finished. But a great goal nonetheless. I want to say, I don't know about anybody else, Mosquera. I don't know if he's a wild animal, a loose cannon. He looks like he's got a red card waiting to happen, but he also looks a good athlete. Looks quick, covers the ground, he's aggressive. I think Mosquera looks a good player. I looked at his stats. I thought, I bet this guy's had loads of red cards. He looks wild. He's never been sent off. He looks a good player. He looks a good player. So, yeah, Mosquera. I mean, we paid like 16 million for him in the end. So, yeah, listen, it's good to see a better bench. Look at that bench. Mosquera, White, Madueke, Nwaneri, Marino, Havertz, Skelly. Much better depth. Last year we had Butler Adeju. We don't even know what he looks like. We had, young players who never seem to play for us. So I like the look of Mosquera. Again, I need to see him in the Prem against better opposition, see how good he really is. Yeah, the one thing I would say, you would like another attacking player, really, to be on the bench. If we were 2-0 down in a game, you're bringing on Nwaneri, Madueke, Marino, Havertz. I'd want one more at least. A lot of defensive depth. I would like a bit more attacking depth. Coach Montero, congrats, fam, from day one to 100k. Shameless. Big up to you, bro. Big up to you. Alfred, that's the issue I think Isak will have at Liverpool. At Newcastle, he was the go-to. They all look to feed him. Salah and Gakpo look to get theirs. It's interesting. Those dynamics will change, We've got to catch Liverpool out. Maybe it takes them a year to adapt before it clicks. Maybe not. Maybe they rip the place up. But if they don't, we need to take advantage of it. If Rodrigo goes to City, that adds a whole different dimension to Man City. HR, Liverpool look weak defensively. We have a chance. I'm convinced that their two fullbacks, even though they're very good, I think they will cause them a little problem. I think they'll cause them a little problem because I don't think I don't think that Van Dijk at this stage in his career wants to be getting dragged out into wide positions because his fullbacks are bombing on. Because Frimpong ultimately is a wing back playing at right back, and Kirkez is very attacking as well. So we got to take advantage of that. What's going on with Eze? Again, still negotiating. Looks like it's getting closer, but not done. Wama said, thank you, Big C. Love the community you have created. Congrats on the 100K. And he's gifted 5 memberships to the chat. Big up each and every time. And Alexander says, big up, K. You better relax with that. Huge congrats for 100K subs. You deserved it more than anyone else. I've been here since day one. Keep up the good work. Somebody in my chat called me Curtis with a K. I said, what the hell is going on? Man thinks I'm Kellogg's cornflakes. What kind of... with a K, bro? You know what I mean? What are we doing here? Right. I'm telling you now, I will just keep talking about this until hopefully it happens. You're calling me his lawyer. Some of you can't understand why I rate him so highly. Make it happen. Ben Jacobs said last night on YouTube, Rafa Leao loves AC Milan, but with no European football this season, the club are open to selling him to boost their transfer funds. I mean, come on. If it makes sense, Arsenal won't do it. You know what I mean? I call it C Unit. A man's calling me Curtis with a K. What kind of disrespect is that? Bring him to the carpet, man. They need the money. 60, 70 million. Keep it moving. Leao, Gyökeres, Saka, bang. Rodrigo, we ain't getting him. He's going City or staying at Madrid. Lookman, I do like Lookman, but Leao, bro. And you've just said it as well, by the way, Jay Blue. They're interested in Kivior. They've just sold that Malik 4, the centre-back, to Newcastle for 35 million. They need a new centre-back. They're being linked with Kivior. Okay, you want Kivior. 25, 30 mil, we'll give you Kivior plus 40. Kivior plus 45. Or 50 even. 40 to 50 plus Kivior, Leao, bang. There you go. Keep it moving. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. I don't see a better left winger that's available that we could get. Curtis is Leao's solicitor. I'm telling you now, be a great signing. The geezer said, wow, 100K, Big C, been with you since illness in 2021. Better now. Met you last year at London Heathrow. Bless you and the fam. Hey, glad you're better, bro. Big up to you. Big up SG. Congrats for the 100K. Otis Shaw. Big up SG. That's probably the first super chat from SG where he's not going mad about Odegaard. So he's in a good mood. Big up SG as well, man. You know what I mean? Grateful for this community and grateful for all your hard work, says El. You earned that 100K subs, brother. Thank you for all the legendary streams. Maybe we should go back over some moments, watch-alongs and stuff, you know? He's lazy. Arteta would hate him. I know. That's the thing that does he work hard defensively? And this guy wants wingers at left back. But he's got to adapt. He's got to adapt, bro. For years, he's had his striker dropping in. Well, that can't work this year, bro. Yeah, Gyökeres can't play like Havertz. He needs to be an out-and-out striker. So Arteta has to show some adaptability in his management as well. You can't just say, oh, my left winger's always got to run back and do loads of defensive work. No, you might have to change that and just, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that was bad. Lacazette was like, I don't know, I used to like Lacazette, you know, and then once Oba left and Lacazette had the responsibility, I don't know what happened. He made me so angry. Minimal goal threat, dropping into midfield. I just couldn't stand watching him play football by the end of it. I really couldn't. Then I had Eddie Nketiah up front. I mean, that's nothing but anger. Havertz up front, I mean, that's anger. Mourinho actually was probably the most... Do you know what? 6 months Gabriel Jesus was good. Gabby Jesus before the knee injury looked like he was a game changer for Arsenal. It's actually quite sad. Bro, your stream when Reece Nelson scored that winner. Yeah, I was screaming like a girl. You know what I mean? I really was. I remember looking back at that celebration, thinking, "What are you doing?" But that's the joy of football, people. You know what I mean? Imagine us winning the league. Imagine us winning the league. Imagine a game where we win the league. Newcastle apparently have come out and said 150 million is the minimum they will take to sell him. Is there any way whatsoever that Isak stays at Newcastle? I don't see it personally. I still think he leaves. I think Liverpool will make a deal around that price with add-ons. It might be like 120 plus something in add-ons. But yeah, I think he'll go. I don't think they'll get 150 for him. I actually don't think he's worth 150. He's got a bit of an injury record. I think 130 about there with add-ons included. Maybe 110 with 20 in add-ons. If I was Liverpool, I wouldn't go higher than that. Buendia stream, you lost it. Turns out Buendia's not even that good. Maybe a bit of an overreaction, eh? 100k, bro, crazy work. Hey, come on, bro. Appreciate the community. Let's move on. Would Arsenal go for Leao? Like, surely Arteta's looking at Eze going, can I really play him left wing and hug the touchline? Does he replace Martinelli? He's not going to run at too many fullbacks. He's going to drift inside. His link-up plays good. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. I like Eze, but you've got to get the right players. Not just about signing players. You've got to sign the right players. You know what I'm saying? Villa game generational crash out. It was that day I knew the title was gone, bro. That's why. I even messaged Leon Bailey and said something for scoring that goal. TC, thanks for all the content, Big C. Been on the journey for years. I swear you make supporting Arsenal a lot easier. I hope so. It ain't easy, bro. I tell people all the time. I genuinely think Arsenal are the hardest big club to support. I stand by that. They're the hardest big club to support. People say, how? How are they the hardest big club to support? City have won 4 titles in a row and a treble, so that's not that difficult. I know they've had difficult times, League One and all that, but Man United have won Champions Leagues, they've won the most titles. United have been the most dominant club in English football in the last 30 years. So United have seen everything. Chelsea have won 2 Champions Leagues. They Europa League. They've won the Club World Cup. They've won the lot. Liverpool have won the Champions League multiple times. The Prem, the FA Cup, the League Cup, the UEFA Cup. Most successful with United in terms of leagues. So that's not as tough as Arsenal. People say Tottenham because Tottenham don't win, but I think when you know the situation isn't good, you learn to live with that. Tottenham haven't won the Premier League ever. They've never won the Champions League. So their expectation and demand is not the same as Arsenal, Liverpool, City, United, Chelsea. So I think if you're a Tottenham fan, you've just basically accepted what you are. You're not that good. You've had exciting teams. You don't really win nothing. You won the Europa League. That's the pinnacle I've ever seen of Tottenham in my lifetime. Where Arsenal, we were getting titles, FA Cups, Invincibles, best player in the league, Henry. But we didn't quite get it. We didn't get the Champions League. Henry never got the Ballon d'Or. 20 years without a title. How do you win a gold Premier League but then go 21 years, you don't even get a silver Premier League? We've got an Invincible, then we can't even get a normal one. Never won a Champions League. Only had 1 Champions League final. Yo, man, Arsenal fan ain't easy, bro. I'm telling you. As Saeed would say, ain't easy. Palace lost their appeal, yeah, Conference League for them. I speak to a lot of Forest fans, right? Obviously, Nottingham boy, I know a lot of Forest fans. They're all celebrating. I said, bro, I think you might have been better off in the Conference League. At the end of the day, are Forest going to win the Europa League? I don't think they are, right? I don't. I think they could have won the Conference League. Also, when you're in the Conference League, you can play a reserve team in the group and still win the group. Forest now are going to have to play a full-strength team in the Europa League to get through the Europa League, which is going to have an effect on their Premier League season. So I know they're celebrating because the fans, they're going to see bigger teams at the stadium. They're going to make more money from playing better clubs. From invincible to invisible, bro. You know what I mean? When we won that last Prem, I was thinking, I'll probably win it again next year. We've just won it unbeaten. Even if we win it with 2 or 3 defeats, we're going to win it. I ain't seen it since. I have to go to the museum to see the title. It's madness. Bench Odegaard, make Rice captain, start Waneri. 100k, you didn't run the intro. Oh, man, I didn't start with the intro, did I, Coach Montero? We'll do it. Sports Genius, congrats, 100k. You've reached it the right way. Always speaking the truth about Arsenal, not afraid to touch on difficult topics. Curtis Shaw, community man, forever Aubameyang's lawyer. You know, Oba is a player that I will always look at that time and say, what a player and a personality he was. Same as Alexis Sanchez. Those two players should have been in title-winning Arsenal teams. They were let down by what was around them. Oba is a title-winning striker. Let's be real. Look how many times he saved us. Do you know what I mean? Alexis Sanchez, a title-winning left winger. Him and Hazard were the two best wingers in the Prem, depending on which one you preferred. We didn't make the most of those guys, you know? And it was disappointing. It was disappointing. Oba's still scoring at Marseille, exactly. I did say members stream this week, so I will do a members stream this week. Why is it Monday? What day? Maybe Saturday. We'll do it this week, definitely. Maybe Saturday before the 3 o'clock games. Palmer or Wirtz? I'm going Palmer. I do think Wirtz a great player, but I need to see him adapt to the Prem first. He's already comfortable here, so I'm a big fan of Cole Palmer. I really don't get how Arteta never signed him. Worked at Man City, yet never signed any of these young players who they had. They had Douglas Luiz, Morgan Rogers, Cole Palmer, all these guys in their under-23s. You never bought any of them. Anyway. We're drinking Red Stripe, people. We're drinking a can of Red Stripe. We've hit 100k. Today is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Stars roll to feel like time. Remember that song? It was never as good as the Match of the Day song, though. ITV won the rights to the Prem and was showing the Premier League show at like 8 o'clock in the evening. Breaking news from Turkey. Fenerbahce have made an offer to Arsenal for Alexander Zinchenko. Jose Mourinho wants to use Zinchenko in the number 6 position. Believed to be a 15 million offer. Although the offer, on one website, it says 15 million euros. The other one says 15 million pounds. Ultimately, you've got to sell him. You've got to sell him. I think whether it's 15 million pounds or 15 million euros, you've got to get rid of him. And listen, I've said for a long time on this channel, Zinchenko will go to another club, play centre mid and do well. I think he'll do well in centre mid. Arteta ain't going to play him centre mid, and at left back he's not good enough. People have to understand he's got a year left on his deal on £150,000 a week. I think Arsenal need to get rid of him. And I actually think, I even watched Zinchenko in training in Singapore. I can tell you now, technically, he's one of the best players at Arsenal. I promise you. Like, you watch him in the keep ball drills, the way he controls the ball, the outside of the foot passes and that, he's clear as day, one of the best players at Arsenal in terms of technical ability. I promise you. I promise you. Watched him in training. His touch, his passing, his techers, baller. You can tell he played for Pep. But he ain't happening for him at Arsenal. He's not going to play left back. He's not good enough. And Arteta ain't going to play him centre mid. So you sell him. You sell him. Someone said I wouldn't sell anyone to Jose. Do you know what it is? And again, I might be in a minority here. I have always liked Jose Mourinho. Always. I think the guy is not only one of the greatest managers, I think he's one of the best personalities in football. Honestly. Mourinho and Arsenal fans, a lot of Arsenal fans hate him because he said that Wenger was a specialist in failure and, you know. But listen, it was disrespectful, but We're going to war, man. We were going to war. What did you want him to say? Ain't going to big you up. Chelsea, Arsenal was a rivalry. I love Mourinho. I wanted Mourinho when Emery left Arsenal, just before Mourinho went to Tottenham. You guys know, if you watch me from a long time on AFTV, I was outside saying, I want Mourinho at Arsenal. We need a winner. We need a guy that goes for top players, big names. I'm sick of all these little project players that Wenger's trying to buy. So I get it. And listen, I loved Wenger. Wenger was like, most Arsenal fans, he was like the second dad. But I don't know about anybody else, man. I find it very difficult to dislike Mourinho. I think the guy's got so much personality. He's funny. I think he's a winner. I remember watching an interview with Fabregas where he was speaking about Wenger, Pep Guardiola, and Mourinho, the three managers that he played for. He said, Wenger was the perfect manager as a young player because he gave you freedom, didn't put too much pressure on you. He said Pep, he was like a teacher, you learnt from him. He said Mourinho was such a good motivator, you wanted to run through a brick wall for him. I didn't like him in terms of he was at Chelsea, he was a rival, he was doing well, and he called Wenger a voyeur. He's disrespectful, but the guy's a proven winner. I think he's got a great personality. He's so funny. Mate, can I make you a free Curtis Shaw TV animation as a thank you? Curtis Shaw TV at hotmail.com. Anything you want to send people, feel free to send anything over. Zinchenko, 15 million, take it. Get the deal done. Move on. Move on from him. What's the point keeping him? To run down his contract? Jose, Bin Salah, KDB and Lukaku. I mean, number one, Lukaku wasn't better than Diego Costa, right? So I don't think Lukaku wasn't willing to be a backup striker, so he got rid of him. And he bought him back at Man United, so he obviously felt there was still a player there, and he didn't really do that much at United. So Lukaku, I think, no, I wouldn't throw that one on him. Salah, it's difficult, man, because Salah at that time is probably not that good. Chelsea probably had Hazard and players like that at the time. Salah went to Italy, did really well at Roma, goes to Liverpool. You're talking 3 or 4 years between. I remember KDB, they were saying at the time, KDB was up against like Frank Lampard and that. And I remember them saying he was nowhere near as good as him. I remember when he went to, was it Wolfsburg? He was kind of playing right wing. I remember watching KDB against Arsenal. I think it was the Emirates Cup. And I swear down, this guy was playing right wing. He was moving like Beckham. He used to give him the ball. He just used to touch out his feet and whip it in. And then he goes to Man City, and it's difficult sometimes, isn't it? If a guy's not at that level at the time, and then you reject them, and then they improve because they need first team football elsewhere. So, but yeah, Lukaku, I don't think, Diego Costa was way better than Lukaku. He was an animal. Couple more stories before we round up, people. Big up Fresh Prince. Congrats on 100K. The PO box will be started in the next week or so. I'm getting a PO box. A lot of people in the chat, they've said, look, I make t-shirts. I've got a clothing brand. I want to send you this. We'll get the PO box. You guys can send things in and we'll sort that out, people. Couple more things. Yeah, I agree, by the way. Ant says, Arteta's missed a trick. Why in all this time has he not given Zinchenko 4 or 5 games in midfield? Why not? Do you know what I mean? We've had poor midfielders like El Neni, Jorginho at the back end of his career. Why not? We actually don't know how good Zinchenko is in midfield because we haven't played him there. Sambi Lokonga, Pauk are highly interested in Sambi Lokonga from Arsenal. I mean, this probably is worth about 15 seconds to discuss. Sell him, and sell him. Whatever they offer, take it. If they offer a sandwich and a drink, accept it. Imagine that. Breaking news on Sky Sports. Arsenal have sold Sambi Lokonga for a sandwich and a drink. It'd go viral. Nah, listen. Whatever they offer, accept it. The guy is... It's just pointless him being at the club. They gave him a new 1-year contract in the hope of selling him. And nobody seems to want to buy the guy. Sandwich and a drink, done deal. Medical pending. Meal deal, Tesco. Just make sure it's a good drink. Ribena or something. We'll take that all day long. I'd swap him for a Ribena, genuinely. Especially on a hot day like this. Ribena, done deal. Vincent Kompany called him future Yaya Toure. He's never wanted him since. Yeah, I wouldn't even post here we go. No point. Future Yaya Toure, you know. 17 million we paid for this guy. Anyway, we'll be lucky to get 1 million for him. I'm not even joking. We might get 500 grand for him. The way he's performed. People, I'm going to round up. I'm out of news stories. Listen, we'll have a little moment. You got me drinking Red Stripe. Cheers, everyone. We need some Red Stripe. Do you know what? I was going to go shop this morning and buy a bottle of champagne. I thought I'll pop a bottle on stream if we hit 100k today. But then I thought, I don't even really like champagne like that. So why am I going to do that? You know what? Let me grab a few Red Stripe. So I bought 4 Red Stripe. £5, much better as well than paying £40 for a bottle of champers. I thought, I don't really drink them anyway, but I'll just get them. I thought, listen, man, you know what I mean? I ain't popping champagne. We'll pop a Red Stripe. So when we got 5 subscribers away, you know what I mean? The Red Stripe came out. We popped a can. So we're sipping Red Stripe. Sipping Red Stripe out of a mug with your own face on it. That's quite epic, really, isn't it? So we are going to... we need to sort out some merch. And you're right, inflation. Why are you buying champagne? Forget that. We need to sort out some merch. We need to sell some of these mugs. P.O. Box needs setting up. These things will get sorted. Big up the Twitch gang as well. Can't forget the Twitch gang. They're always lurking. Look, we got 18 on Twitch, 3,600 on YouTube. OG settings. Anyone wants to send anything, curtisshawtv@hotmail.com. I'm on Hotmail, people. You know what I mean? Most people are on Gmail. You know, and I haven't even moved over. And B91, big up your damn self. Big up all of you guys in the comments. Felt it was right that we ended with the Kevin Campbell background as well. He gave a lot to this channel. As I said, I've messaged ex-Arsenal players before, and some of them have played nowhere near as many games for Arsenal as Kev. I've had guys coming back to me saying, yeah, £400 to come on your channel for half an hour. I'm like, bro, you've played about 12 games for Arsenal and you want £400? Relax. You ain't coming on. This guy, Kev, bro, he never asked for a penny. Do you know what I mean? It actually got to the point with Kev where he was messaging me saying, do you want me to come on the channel tomorrow? He loved it. He loved it. Because I can tell you now, Kev was a very strong personality. And I think sometimes when you've been famous and you're a celebrity and you're an ex-Premier League player, probably not that many people in your life challenge you that much. Where Kev, I think, loved the fact that me and him was kind of sparring all the time. We were always arguing and debating, but it was respectful, you know. So, nah, man, it's only right that he's on the green screen as we hit 100k. Big up to everyone in the community. Yeah, I did get my Instagram back. Shout out DMW who was in the chat. This is what I'm saying, you know. I swear down, next time I want to buy a new car, if I want to go on holiday, if I want to buy a new house, I'm reaching out to the community. There's got to be somebody in the chat that sells cars. There's got to be somebody that can get holidays. There's got to be somebody that can get me a mortgage for even cheaper. Because I literally came on stream and said, yo, my Instagram's been hacked. I'm all over the place. I can't recover it. Got an email from DMW who's in the chat. He said, bro, I work for Facebook, Meta own Facebook and Instagram. Send me the details. Within 24 hours, I had my account back. So I swear down, I need mortgage advisors. I need car salesmen. I need people who can get holidays. Maybe a few other things as well. Maybe some designer clothes. Although I don't really wear designer clothes that much anymore. And a dishwasher. Yeah, and a dishwasher. If somebody works in the local store, yeah, I could do with a dishwasher because I've still got pots soaking in the sink right now as we speak. I'm not even joking. So yeah, community, get in the chat, email me, curtisshawtv@hotmail.com. I need some stuff. But people, thank you very much. Biggest of thank yous to the community. 100,000 subs. The link for The FPL is in the chat. It's pinned in the comments. Get involved. And I'll do a giveaway this week and a member stream this week. And we'll do a 100k celebration stream on Saturday night. People, thank you very much. Take care. And I'll see you all tomorrow, people. Bless.